SCP-8178. Object Class Thumbnail. Clearance Level 5. SCP-8178 or 8178 is to be contained in a warehouse that once belongs to a manufacturing business named SCP-8178 is a bedroom-sized machine. There is a monitor displaying the inside, and a second monitor, seemingly to give off information about that object. When entering SCP-8178, SCP-8178 will take on the form of a typical bedroom: a TV, shelf, mirror, and a closet. Also a bed. In the top right corner of the wall, the door is located. There's a camera. People that enter SCP-8178 will start to feel at home 10 seconds after they enter. SCP-8178 will then lock the door or initiate protocol info knowledge when activated. The second monitor will then start to activate, telling 1% of that info every 1 minute. As usual, the subject from inside will start to deform and twist. Oops, sorry. Come on, scroll down. Twisted ways as protocol info knowledge continues. Its course on. Alright. As usual, the subject from inside will start to deform in twisted ways as protocol info knowledge continues its course until all data is collected about the subject. Its life, its blood type, everything about it. This creates SCP-8178-1, an irreversible hostile entity. SCP-8178 will then release SCP-8178-1. On its second monitor, it says that it has made a child. SCP-8178-1 will scream out, "What have you done to me?" and attack anyone that presumably were in on protocol info knowledge. All SCP-8178-1 are to be terminated immediately upon release. Though there is a way, its effects can be reversed when SCP-8178 is still in protocol info knowledge. There is a button called Cancel that reverses the effects of SCP-8178, though this leaves mental scarring to subjects that reach the deformation stage. Researchers are informed that when the machine reaches 75% of data that's about a human or creature, are to immediately activate the cancellation of protocol info knowledge by pressing the cancel button. This reverses the deformation of the subject, but not the mental health. Subjects are then transported to a mental hospital. It applies to SCPs that are put into SCP-8178, so it has a reverse side effect. Instead of deformation, SCP-8178 will terminate any anomaly the SCP currently has, making SCP-8178-2 a normal everyday object or creature. Though it is impossible to transport building SCPs or SCPs that simply can't be contained, and it is shown that SCP-8178 can recognize a picture or document of an SCP, taking data off it, but leaving the real SCP deprived of all anomaly, meaning that SCP-8178 can create SCP-8178-2s through documents and pictures. SCP-8178 has shown its capability towards an SCP when an SCP-6682 that came from another universe was transported into SCP-8178. SCP-8178 initiated protocol info knowledge, giving every info about it, even on how to kill it. But when that procedure was done, SCP-8178 then transported SCP-8178-2, a normal lizard, back to its universe 30 seconds later, meaning that SCP-8178 can know the difference between doppelgangers. This creates SCP-8178-3. Now, here are some of the tests. SCP-096 from an alternate universe results a normal man. SCP-173 from an alternate universe results a normal statue. A D-class personnel named D-9182 results SCP-8178-1, wielding a plasma cannon that replaces the right hand, proving that SCP-8178 is capable of creating weapons when the subjects are in the deformation state. A note saying SCP-000 results, no errors this time. Clean information on SCP-000. Technical researcher Rosen. SCP-001 on document. SD Locke's proposal from an alternate universe results a miniature star? How is this possible? Apparently, the name of SD Locke's proposal was named when day breaks. A proposal of SCP-1110 and what it might do, mutating humans through sunlight and a threat to humankind, and cannot be contained whatsoever. We are considering this one as the first SCP-8178-4, an anomaly after a termination of an anomaly. A picture of SCP-015 results a pipe, not a normal one. Studies have shown that it was ripped from SCP-015. Upon completion of protocol info knowledge, researchers reported that the boiler of SCP-015 suddenly exploded and its pipes started to turn back into rusted metal and fall apart. The termination of SCP-015, also known as Pipe Nightmare. A picture of SCP-1730 results the termination of Site-13. It was reported that every anomaly in Site-13 was removed and the building simply collapsed, destroying the building entirely, showing the extraordinary capabilities that SCP-8078 has when it comes to building SCPs. A picture of 610 results the termination of SCP-610. SCP-8178 did not know if it's to get rid of the virus or just the infected due to the picture not being specific. So SCP-8178 went out of its way and terminated the anomaly, killing the virus and curing the infected, reversing its effects. A sample of SCP-008 results SCP-8178 terminated all signs of SCP-0018, eliminating the prion and concluding the termination of SCP-008. A document of SCP-8178 results nothing at all. SCP-8178 gave off information, but studies have shown that it still operates, making a termination of SCP-8178 will be considered as a waste of time since SCP-8178 cannot be terminated through any means at all. A picture of a normal man results in SCP-8178-1, somewhere around Argentina. It was terminated afterwards. Note 1. Every procedure we did ends up being SCP-8178 8-2, 3, or 4. Every procedure we did on an SCP. Even though, we do learn everything about it, it ends up terminating that SCP permanently. Note 2. Even though this might be a way to learn everything about SCPs, it is informed that personnel are not allowed to use SCP-8178 for research of another SCP, since some SCPs are beneficial, and since it results in the termination of SCP. If every document were to be an SCP-8178, if every picture were to be an SCP-8178, 78. SCP-8178 would be the only anomaly standing. Currently, we are trying to find ways to terminate SCP-8178. So results would end in failure of termination. Therefore, making SCP-8178 invulnerable to its own effects, invulnerable to other SCPs, and invulnerable to any attack. If a Big Bang were to explode right now, SCP-8178 would be the only thing left. End of report.